All right, kids, today I want to show you how simple and easy and inexpensive, as in free, it is to self-publish your own book on barnesandnoblepress.com. So as we dive into that, I want to kind of put this in perspective for you because I self-published this book, Free Landscape Plants, back in '96. Back then, print on demand wasn't a thing, so I had to pre-order 3,000 copies of this book, and I think I paid $800 to get the cover design. So just to get one copy of this thing in my hand, I had to spend about $4,000, not knowing whether or not I could sell the book or not, whether it would sell or not. I'm happy to report that I easily sold all 3,000 copies, and it quickly, within a couple of years, went out of print, and I replaced it with this version, which is Easy Plant Propagation. Now this one I did through a print-on-demand service, but it actually, both of these books, Easy Plant Propagation, and then this was about 20 years ago, I think I did this one, and then this one I did, let me see in here, I don't remember what year I did it, and I probably should have done this before. First published in 2008. So this was published, prior to that. I don't exactly remember, but prior to that, and this one was published in 2008. So I did both of these through a print-on-demand service, which basically means when you order a book, they print it and send it out. But I still had to pay, I paid $2,500 per book for that service. And they act as my, the publisher, the printer, and the distributor, which is nice, but Barnes & Noble does the same thing. And today, it's free to do that with barnesandnoblepress.com. So this book has been a big hit among my customers, but to the general public, it's probably not been the hottest seller that I've done. This book has been selling for years and years and years, and I get royalties on this thing every 90 days. So not a ton of money, but it's fun to get those. So, and then we sent this to just a general printer and sold thousands and thousands of these things ourselves. So we sold a bunch of them, and then they were being sold. I know that we've sold a lot of them on Amazon. I've not even made an effort to do that. I don't know. Apparently the publisher got them on Amazon. So anyway, to put that in perspective, so this is a book that I just did. I don't even have a copy of it in my hand. I ordered a copy of it a few days ago. I think it's going to take me 11 days before I have them in my hand. So this book is called The Village Idiot Wrote a Book. And so basically what I want to do, this is something that I created in Word, wrote it in Word. I went to barnesandnoblepress.com. Started a new project. They ask you a bunch of questions like, do you want paperback, hardcover, what size is the book? I selected 5x8, and then basically you go into Word, change your page size to 5x8, and you upload the PDF. I mean, there's more questions than that, but it's really a very, very simple process. So anyway, I did that in a little bit of no time. And then I had to go get a cover design. So the next video in this series, on my YouTube channel, Mike the Village Idiot on YouTube, I go through the cover design process, which can be very, very inexpensive, or you can spend a little bit more money. And what I did is I paid about $299 for a design firm, kind of a design firm, and created a contest where all of these designers chipped in and gave you different versions of the book cover to see which one you liked the best. I ended up with something like 92 designs, which was really cool to be able to do that and get them edited and make changes. So anyway, let's take a look at the Barnes & Noble Press website, and I'll kind of walk you through that a little bit. And this is okay, this is Barnes & Noble Press. So if you log into the website, this is basically what you're going to see. So it's Barnes. Just Google Barnes & Noble Press. That will take you to the publishing part of their website and not just the place where you order books. So
basically, here's how it works. You can reach millions of customers, make money, print personal books, and there's author resources. So I'm going to click on how it works. And so how it works to publish with us, you pick your format, choose whether or not you want you to create an ebook or a print book. Once the book is in our system, you can easily create different formats in the future. So that's cool. Prepare and upload your file. So basically, and they kind of walk you through, because if you upload it and it's not right, they simply tell you what you need to change and upload it again. And then sell your book, become a vendor, hit publish, and your book will appear on BarnesandNoble.com. Actually, very, 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 very simple. And then the different ways to help you to sell it. And I'll let you read all this stuff, but he gets sales report, authors, tools, and trips. They've got author self-publishing services. I've never used any of that. I basically just kind of use the free service, and it works for them, because as soon as I publish my book, I actually tried to order 50 copies, and because I hadn't even had the book in my hand, they wouldn't let me order 50. They want me to review one, and then I'll order 50 copies as soon as I get that book and get it reviewed, because I want to start promoting the book. I want to start selling the book, and there's people that I want to give the book to. So, and basically on this channel, Mike the Village Idiot on YouTube, we're gonna go into more. We'll do more videos. Like I said, the next video in the series is about getting your cover design. But then I'm going to talk about different ways to promote your book and sell your book and things like that. And I encourage you to ask questions and make comments so we know where to go in the future with all of this. So anyway, that's how to self-publish with us. And basically, you click this Get Started button. I guess I'll click it. I'm logged in on a different browser, so they don't know who I am. So I really can't go any further until I, give them an email and password and create an account. And I already have an account. So let's go here. Yeah, okay. So this is inside of my account, inside of BarnesandNoble.com. So this is my new book, the one that is, just being printed. I haven't even got a copy of it yet. So The Village Idiot wrote a book. Lives Were Changed is the subtitle. And then I did another book with them, the 7 essential small business secrets. So I don't remember. I did this one a few years ago. That's not. It's not a book that I ever intended to be a great seller, but again, my customers who subscribe to all of my backyard growing, backyard nursery stuff really, really like the book, because it's pretty much all about how to sell your plants. So that one's taken a few minutes to populate here. So anyway, basically that's it. You go to, let me get back to the Edge browser here. You go to BarnesandNoble.com or Barnes and Noble Press, and create your account and go from there. So you can log in, create your account. You don't have to be ready to publish right now. You can go through the process kind of slowly at your own pace. So don't be afraid to establish that account now. Now, you're also going to, at some point, they're going to ask you for a couple of things. So basically, when somebody buys a book on BarnesandNoble.com, you get paid. You're going to earn a royalty on your book. So they have to know, I don't even know if they'll send you a check anymore. Probably not. So they're going to, you're going to have to, put in your banking information, so and then you got to fill out paperwork, give them a number, a tax number, either a business number or a Social Security number. What I'm trying to show you is what the pricing is, if that's going to pop up here. So basically, my book is paperback. It's 5x8. It's 158 pages. Print color is black and white. Paperweight is cream, 50-pound cream. The cover finish is gloss, and of course, the cover is color. And those are choices that you make, and you can kind of, some of the things on paperweight and stuff like that, I Googled just to make sure that I was picking the thing that I definitely wanted to pick. Okay, book, the cover information, book pricing, $11.95. Yeah, see here they're telling me we recommend first ordering a single copy copy to confirm print quality. So I was trying to get to the, because they show, I set the book price at $11.95. So basically, when you pick the paper and the hardcover, paperback, all that, and then the paperweight, number of pages, you put all that information in there, and then, but you don't have to put that in there up front. You can put that in there when you have once you get the file completely uploaded, so you know how many pages it is, and then you go into the pricing, and then you want to sell your book for, like, I picked $11.95. And I think my cost is $3.58. So I can order books for $3.58. And there's a whole page in here on commissions, on how the commission structure works and all that. So I'm not going to try and quote that because I really haven't paid that much attention to it. I just order books, and I often put the link on, in anything that I'm doing online. If I want to let people know about the book, they order, I get a commission. So, but anyway, being a published author, I wrote my very first book, the one I showed you, the Free Landscape Plants, the yellow and green book. I'm going to sneeze here. Not good. Excuse me. Sorry about that, but I probably won't edit that out because I'm just like that. So anyway, but that book opened so many doors for me, and we created a complete online platform that ended up with, at one point, I had like 250,000 email subscribers. I currently have like 150 or 55,000 subscribers on YouTube. So a lot of things can happen if you take that step and get your book published. So anyway, all right. Until next time, by any and all means, stay inspired.